Hey y'all. Welcome in
Everybody.
to another episode of our Sisters Keeper, the live Sisters on BET after show hosted by myself and the amazing Allie Nick. How y'all doing tonight? Hey Erica James. Hey Jasmine Stewart. Hey Shakana. Hey Vaughn. Welcome in Vaughn.
Hey, everybody.
As you can see, I'm in a different location. I'm definitely traveling right now, but we are not gonna miss an episode. So we are here, even though it feels like Tyler Perry didn't get on his Zoom when it came to this episode. It was
Oh,
definitely
baby, he
boring.
missed that call. He missed that call. He missed that Zoom call.
Allie, the camera moved again.
Oh, Lord.
Um, can you turn it to your right?
Am I right?
Yes. Keep turning.
Turning.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sorry, y'all.
Listen, I'm probably pixelated on that end. I'm sorry for the quality. I have no idea what's going on. I have not had time to troubleshoot it, y'all. I'm traveling. It's been mad real. Holyfield. But hopefully y'all had an amazing yesterday. We're not calling it a happy, you know what, but hopefully you enjoyed the holiday off.
And happy birthday to all the July birthdays. I can say it
You
now.
can
I
say it
hope you
now.
guys have a great birthday.
Bring it back. Happy birthday, July babies.
Oh,
Y'all
Lord.
got it. Y'all got it. Is everything
Y'all
okay
got
before we
it.
get started, y'all? Everybody can hear correct or easily. You can see us. For the most part, I know you get sisters out here. I don't think I've ever been on live with a hat on. That's how y'all know it's real. Y'all, I'm so damn tired. I fell asleep on the episode. I was just telling Allie this. I literally fell asleep on the episode right before it went off, where all I was waiting for was at the very end, and I fell asleep on it, and I had to go back and rewatch it before getting on here with y'all. That should tell you something. One, I'm tired, but also the episode was not giving.
And, Erica, she doing her thing, traveling and stuff. So I can understand her falling asleep. I about drifted off and I'm well rested. This episode just wasn't it, and I see a lot of people saying it was a snooze fest. It absolutely was. I don't know what happened. Like I don't know what happened. It was a lot of people. We one thing I did like, we did get to see like a lot of people's um storylines in this episode, but it was just like I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I feel like maybe it wasn't necessarily a snooze fest, but it's a snooze fest for us because we know what we're here to see, and they gave us so much of what we're not actually here to see. Maurice, girl, you're funny, but also sometimes it's you not funny. Like it's overkill. It's too much. If I gotta hear you call anybody else a B, I'm over it. Take your ass to the lawyer. Let somebody try to help you, but you don't want to. Okay, cool. Leave him there in his poncho.
Leave him. Leave him. Leave him.
It's
Girl,
all
that
fine and
part.
good.
Maurice annoys me. Like Maurice literally annoys the hell out of me. Every time he comes up on the scene, I roll my eyes. I roll
Yeah.
my eyes. I can't. And I don't even think it's the fact that he's supposed to be this flamboyant character. He just comes off as completely disrespectful. Like at this point, you're just disrespectful and rude, and he gets away with it.
Yeah.
Like he gets away with it. Like I just don't. Mm-mm, no.
Well, 46, I guess my expectations are so low for the season because I actually like this episode. I
What
mean,
did you like about it?
yeah, what did you like about it? And in all
I'm
fairness, I
curious.
will say that maybe it wasn't a snooze test. It was just that so many storylines I personally don't care about. And majority of storylines that I didn't care about were what was displayed. So that's why I was bored.
Yeah, because that whole Hayden and Gary, that was like 3 minutes too long. That we could have had 30 seconds and I would have been fine.
And it also was like, Hayden, if you did it, then stand on it. Like, I don't like Tyler Perry playing the 50 all the time when it comes to this. Like, you had this boy all sprung in love, all up in this girl, and they supposed to go to Miami and they end up in Vegas. Gary was the one who was like, vet her. I don't trust her. So why is Now Hayden coming into the office talking about I don't know what I did. I done made a mistake. You knew what you did. Stand on it. Like, keep that same energy. Like, Tyler Perry flip-flops. So you can't even roll with a storyline.
Right.
Because it's like, okay, at any given point, you're going to switch your position out of damn nowhere, and it's not going to make no damn sense for me. So now I'm like, I don't care. Like, pick a side and let them stay on that side. Or if they're going to switch sides, have something or someone move them to do so. We have seen nothing from Hayden other than the last thing that we saw from him was an interesting interaction with Danny at the airport with his little budget airline tickets. And then now he coming back and he ain't sure, but he like her, but he ain't sure. It's like, you just basically had him say a whole bunch of nothing, Tyler Perry.
For nothing. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Because he was so in love. He was so enamored with this woman. So you go and marry her. Now it's like, oh my God, what have I done, bro? I don't know what I'm going to do, bro. What you mean?
And
Just yesterday, you were so in love.
and I would have respected it more if it was like, um, he wants to have kids. Like, have him go all in and like worry
Oh,
about
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
You think it's too soon to get pregnant? You think da da da? Like, I want to buy a house. Like that. Like, that's the stuff that I would be interested in. Like, Hayden spiraling about after having this impromptu ass wedding, but not. I don't know her, but I like her. But I vetted her. I did my own kind of vetting. I don't know, Gary. I'd have messed up. Like, I don't care to see any of
Yeah.
this. And then Gary was so gung ho over the phone about he don't trust this girl, he don't trust this girl, he don't trust this girl. Now he's sitting up here talking about congratulations. Um, did Andi telling you you wasn't nothing but a penis do that to you? Like,
It, that scene became very weird for me, especially when Hayden was like, well, that means she wants your money, bro. I said, what? How did Andi telling him that she just wanted him for sex equated to her wanting his money? Like, oh God. I was like, Tyler, this had to be the episode where Tyler just was in that lodge and he was having a conversation with that moose. I think the moose wrote this episode because it damn sure went to. I don't
I
know. I don't know what
can't.
happened.
I
It was a
cannot.
lot. I ain't trying to drag you, Mr. Perry, but ooh, I just don't know what be going on with you, bro. I don't know. I don't. I don't. Oh, Wall said she liked seeing Danny, and I thought Novi looked stunning in her white outfit. Novi is
Nobody looks amazing
so
all the
gorgeous.
time.
Yeah, she's so gorgeous.
She's just
She's
here
so
to, she's
gorgeous.
just here for the looks. In all honesty, and to worry a little bit about stuff that she shouldn't necessarily be worrying about. So for the most part, like seeing Novi is fine, but having to listen to the whole dragging Maurice out the house, this gotta mean something to you. Like her and Calvin, all of that. It's like nothing is actually happening, and Tyler Perry wants us to use all of this damn screen time to make this nothing happen. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And then Danny, like, okay, so Danny's at the top of the episode. Let's go ahead and start there. Because I also feel like maybe I was nodding off at the very beginning of the episode because her and Preston is in bed and she's talking about she made a mistake or whatever the hell she said. And he's like, no, you enjoyed it. And he recorded it. Who cares about these two at this point? Because I sure don't.
Not
Danny, you made a mistake sleeping with this boy and you like having sex? And you actually know that this boy care about you versus any of the other ones? So what was the mistake at, honey? I'm waiting.
I think the mistake was Danny believing she's not who she really is.
Mm.
Because when she was in the bathroom and she was like, "Is like, girl, is this really you? Are you really her?" I said, "Yes, you are.
Wait, I don't
You
even
are
remember her being
that."
in the bathroom. Maybe I fell asleep at the beginning of the
Oh, girl,
episode.
Erica. Danny went in the bathroom. She was after she was having her conversation with Novi. I mean Sabrina, Lord Sabrina, and she was like, girl, like, is this you? Like, I'm like, yes, baby, it's you. It's you. You're that girl. You are. Like having random sex should not be a surprise. This is what you do. Why are we being shocked right now?
And is this random
But the thing
sex?
is, huh?
Is this random sex? It's Preston.
Well, it's not random, but she was acting like it was random. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is you. Why you can't
That's what
believe
I'm
it?
thinking about. Like, girl, out of all the people that you could have done this with, you could have done this with Q. You could have done this with Jonah. You could have done this with the little boy from the gay bar. Like,
The gay
there's been
bar.
so many men for you to have this moment with, and you having it now, girl. Go and do it somewhere else because I can't.
And Preston was a little too happy for me. I could tell he wasn't having sex with Mindy. Preston was
Well,
just
that's a
happy to
good
get
thing,
his little
right?
thing. It is, but he was just a little too happy to get his little stick wet for me. You liked it. You loved it. You said that it was so great. You said you loved me and you wanted to be with me, but you was just scared. It was like, Preston, you know Danny enough to know that I'm gonna need you not to get happy about this situation. But he was so happy. It was
Mm,
almost like he was almost acting like it was his first time. Like he was just so happy to be in her presence.
I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. That whole scene is a blur. Like, I know what they look like, but I really barely know what they said because I really don't care, and I might have been half asleep. Because I just know he kept talking about recording it and like, yeah, you liked it. But I didn't pick up on he was like, it was like his first time. But he did seem a little bit too
He was
excited.
happy. He was very giddy, like very excited. He told Danny that, I want to say he said, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say he told Danny that she licked his butt. Like it was going too far. Like it was
I
going
mean,
too
if
far.
that's what y'all get down with, that's good. That's for y'all, but that ain't for
And he
me,
was like,
honey.
I know you lying now. Like I know you lying now. That scene was just a very awkward. It was very awkward and so just not needed. Like I would have appreciated it more if maybe she was drunk and high and she woke up and like, oh my god, I cannot believe this happened again. Like, Preston, you need to go. Like something like that. It was too drawn out and it was just like
Mm,
they've gone through this enough for this to come off like a shock factor in the way that Tyler wrote it. It just wasn't, it didn't seem authentic
right.
at all.
Kimberly Felder said that scene was way too long. Welcome in, boo.
It was.
Child, a bunch of these scenes was way too long, and then some of them was way too short. Why did we spend the least amount of time at the damn salon?
That's my question.
That's
That's
what I
my
came
question.
here to see, Mr. Perry. All this other
That
foolishness.
that was my thing. It was so interesting, like for that to have the least amount of time spent. It just didn't make sense. Like it just really didn't make sense to me. But that's all I have for that first scene. And the next scene was what, Karen and Andi.
Yes. And y'all gonna be shocked. Brace yourselves. Make sure y'all wigs is glued down.
What you finna say, girl? What you about
I
to say?
am actually proud of Andi for her conversation with Karen at the penthouse.
You were
I
okay. Okay,
was.
I, I can see that. Tell me why you was happy.
Because in listening to what she was saying, I could not find any motives or intentions that were rooted specifically in rooting for Fatima. It felt like she was being Karen's friend. She was being honest. And when Karen wasn't being receptive, she was like, okay, I'll just listen. And that's all it takes. All of y'all want to be up in my damn comment section coming at me. Andy don't gotta pick a side. Andy don't gotta do this. Andy's a great friend. Andy da, da. All Andy gotta do if she wants to be neutral is listen and say, you know what, I ain't saying nothing else. And that's the energy that she gave. And I appreciated her for it because Karen is going to do whatever the hell Karen is going to do. But she can handle how she responds to it. She didn't lean too far to the left. She didn't lean too far to the right. I think that she created a space for Karen to be open with her, but she still wanted to be real with her. And then when she realized that that wasn't working, she pulled back and did nothing. And that's all I wanted her to do. That's all I want her to do moving forward. Now, when we get to that damn law firm, because Andi cannot make it out a whole episode with Erica being proud of her, I believe she drops the ball. But I'm going to give her the penthouse. I'm going to give her that penthouse
Okay.
conversation. What you think about
Well,
it?
I'll say what I did not like about the situation with Andi.
At the
I
penthouse?
don't like, don't, yeah, the penthouse. Don't okay me. Don't okay me. When Karen was saying what she was saying, okay, I would much rather for Andi to say, you know what, Karen, I see where this is going, and I can tell you I don't like it. I don't want you to get caught up in this situation with ZAC, knowing that he's engaged. I would have liked there to be a little bit more dialogue, even though she did say, I will give her props for that. ZAC is in love with Fatima. You know what I'm saying? This is just what it is. But I did not like the okay. Okay, okay. Because I know what okay mean. Okay mean you're not interested in what I'm speaking to you. So I much rather you tell me don't say anything. I'm not interested. Or we're gonna end this conversation now because I see where it's going. I didn't really like the okay aspect of their conversation because I know what that was implying.
I mean, I get that because I'm a don't okay me bitch too. However, sometimes they have to happen, especially if you going off the delusional ass edge by your damn self. And I think that there's something to be said about I am not going to participate in what you got going on right now, but as your friend, I will sit here and I will wait for you in it. And that's what I feel like played out. Like I feel like I get it. I don't like I literally tell people all the time I don't like to be okay, but I'm also way more sensible. I think that the okay in this moment is what Karen needed. It kept providing little like jolts, and it to me I feel like it helped steer the conversation because she start like, well, tell me what you think. And then when she started telling her, she's like, but no, Andi, you know. And it's like, but no, you want her to tell you what you want to hear. That's a very different thing. And when people start doing that to me, you either get nothing, and yes, you could say I don't agree. You can do this whole long belaborious thing, but I feel like that would be like going from 0 to 100 with Andi. If she's already not at a place to show up as a neutral front, period, I feel like okay, right now in this conversation is the best place that we could hope for her to damn land without swinging too far to the right or the left. Because clearly, when she got her ass to the law firm, she was swinging too far to the damn left, deciding to be Fatima's mouthpiece. So I didn't personally take the okay as any issues. I felt like it provided a stopping point. It provided a like, I'm not, and you're right, it does mean I'm not interested, but I don't think that her being a good friend to Karen means that she has to be interested in all of Karen's bullshit. I think that being a
Correct.
good friend to her means that she listens. And that's the tea that I think a lot of people miss. Not specifically you, but and just looking at the comment section and some of the responses that I get when I'm criticizing Andi for being a friend, I think that people are assuming that I'm expecting her to get on this ride, and or I'm assuming that people are expecting or thinking that I'm expecting her to be 100% invested and interested. And no, I don't feel like you have to do that. I have friends who have things that I don't give a damn what that is, but if you love it, I like it. If you love it, I'm going to show up as best I can for it. If it's something that's bad for you, then I'm going to show up to try to be the guardrails, but I'm not going to participate in the minutia in the middle. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And that's what that conversation felt like
Yeah.
for me. And I finally felt that. I'm like, okay, Andi, I'm going to give you that because I finally feel like you are finding a way to balance your position in both of these women's lives and the messiness that is continuously going between them in this moment. I didn't feel like she was talking to Karen as Fatima's secret agent. And then I also
I didn't
didn't.
either. I didn't
Right. And I
either.
feel like that a lot. I feel like that a lot when she's talking to Karen. And that's why I question her friendship. I didn't feel like that in this particular moment. And then I also felt like she did in that moment have Karen's best interest at heart. And I don't always feel like she does have Karen's best interest at heart. So she gets that convo for me.
Yeah, I can see that. I guess I just would have preferred for it to be like not that it had to be a elongated conversation, but just more dialogue in that way. I would have preferred her saying something other than okay, even though I do get what you're saying, I
Yeah.
do agree with somebody telling me something. It's like there's nothing I can do because your mind is already made up with this. So I mean, all right, and on the other hand too, I feel like it's been so long since we've actually seen Karen in a position to want to talk to Andi about something personal because we really haven't seen that in a long time. Because I do feel like she feels that Andy's gonna go back and tell Fatima. And like you, I did not feel that Andi was placing herself in a position that whatever you're gonna tell me, I'm gonna go run back.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she even had to bring that up and say, well, I'm not gonna tell Fatima. But on the other hand, too, it just made me think like Karen and Andy's friendship is not solid at all.
Mm.
Like I don't feel it's solid. If you got to tell me that, like I'm not gonna tell Fatima. My friend shouldn't have to tell me that.
Mm.
I think that was an indication that because she was like, I'm not gonna tell Fatima, and Karen was like, okay, like I don't believe you. Like her tone made me feel like she did not believe that Andi was not
She
gonna
didn't
say something.
believe her, but she also was okay with it. And that's another thing. See, these okays, they be
Yeah,
very powerful. They be very
yeah, yeah,
powerful.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like Andi should have okayed Zach quite a bit. I feel like Andi should have okayed Fatima. Like, I feel like Andi need to take the okay position. Y'all gonna do whatever y'all gonna do. I'm just here. I got the
Yeah.
outfit.
Yeah,
The
and that's
look. I
why,
got a little bail
and that's
money.
another reason
That's what I
why.
got for
That's
y'all.
another, but that's another reason why I had an issue with the okay, because you okay Karen, but then when you get to Zach and Fatima, you're more engaged. So I would have liked more engagement with that scene with Andi and Karen than her trying to do whatever she was trying to do
You know
in
what?
at the law firm.
You know what I feel like it also is?
What's
And
that?
this, and I understand, and I 100% know. So y'all ain't gotta tell me. This is
Uh,
100% me. I don't believe Andi has any advice to give to Karen, so I'm not pressed when she don't have nothing to say.
I
I
can see
prefer
that.
her to
Yeah.
be quiet. I prefer her not to tell
Yeah.
Karen to do a damn thing. So
But
okay, it is because I want Karen to get to a place like, and maybe that's also why I didn't take no offense to the okay because I typically would, but I love that for Karen of like, girl, whatever this is about to be, you on your own. Because these hoes, they played in your face and they told you whatever you wanted to hear and then called you crazy behind your back last time. So now that we getting the okay, you know where you stand.
you know where you stand.
Listen to it. Like you telling her this and she hits you with the okay, so it's not she's not listening. She's not
You're not
interested. Do
listening.
this sound crazy? Like that gives you all the stuff that you
Don't
need of
tell her
like
nothing else.
don't tell her nothing else, but then also it makes you have to really sit with yourself. It makes you be like, well, is this not worth listening to? Why are you checking out? Like it gives you options to process it without needing that filter from this particular person. So I honestly am not pressed that she was more engaged with Fatima and more engaged with Zach because go ahead. We good over here. Karen had her bomb ass dress on, but they keep giving her the worst shoes. This is besides the point. But when I finally saw them damn shoes at the salon, I was so mad because that dress was fire.
Her dress was really, it was
That
bomb.
dress
It was
was
bomb.
fire. Why do they keep
It
giving
was.
her horrible ass shoes?
I don't know. I don't know.
So yeah, maybe I feel like that's why I'm okay with her, okay, and Karen. But you can go ahead, you can say everything that you want to say to damn Fatima because Fatima should know by now that she don't need to be talking to your ass, but she don't got nobody else to talk to, so she's going through life damn near half alone anyway. Because Angela, that's half a friend. Is that your friend? Right
Third of a
there.
friend. She a third. She a quarter. She a third.
um. By all means, girl, go ahead and talk to Fatima and keep it okay and keep it cute over here on Karen's end.
Please.
Because it's crazy to me. Like I really don't want Andi to say nothing to Karen because Andi has gotten mighty forgetful. You were pursuing a married man. You were in a relationship with a married man for 6 months before your life started to blow up behind it. This man has almost killed you. He has tried to send you to financial ruin. He has had your house seized. Like he has had all of these things go down. And every time you turn around, you was just like, but he loves me though. But he this and he that. And you can't sit your ass on this penthouse couch and hear Karen say, did you see how he came for me?
Gold is another reason why. I mean, I wasn't gonna say it on here. I was gonna wait for my review. But since you brought it up, we on the same wavelength. That we on the same wavelength. That's also a reason why I felt like for Andi to do that when Karen didn't do that to her. She wasn't your friend that okayed you even in your mess. She was a friend that protected you even though you were seeing a married man. She kept your secret. She didn't tell anybody. You confided in her. You let her know how much you love this man. She never made you feel bad. Not until things took a worse when things became physical between Andi and Gary. And even when the private eye brought all those pictures and we saw Gary with all these different women, it's kind of like, okay, sis, you see what he's doing. It's time that you kind of, back away. And I just think Karen did not. And I know different people have their own opinions, but I just feel like, especially when it comes to Andi has not reciprocated the type of friendship that Karen has given her.
That's it right there. Because as soon as you said it, I was like, well, girl, Andi ain't a Karen. And Karen ain't an Andi. Karen is the
Yeah.
real one. Andi Meh. So I don't expect Andi to reciprocate or to do the things that Karen has done for her. Like I just don't. I don't even know if Andy's capable of that.
I agree. She's just not a friend. She's just not a friend. As I once said, she will never hear the Golden Girls theme song from me. Can't thank her for being a friend because she ain't one. She's not
I
one.
think that there's levels to friendship and they're just not on the same level. I think that there's levels to how we show up as women in relation with one another and they're just not at the same level. I think that Karen moves like Andi is her best friend and Andi moves like all of her friends are associates.
That's a word.
So
That's a word. I
and
agree.
again, I
I
don't
agree with
need your
that.
advice, baby.
Yeah.
Karen don't need it. You know, all she needed is because she bought some shoes. Because you got the hookup. Holla if you hear me. That's it. That's all Karen need from Andi, some shoes. That's the truth. I'm just saying. Okay, but while we talking about Andi and so I gave her props for the penthouse conversation. Let's go head over to the train wreck conversations that happened down at the law firm.
With Zach,
Well, she talked to Fatima first. Like,
she did. Thank you. This is how bad this episode was for me because I don't really remember a lot as far as like what happened.
I
Who you
remember
said.
that. I remember
Okay,
Fatima has
I
my
forgot
blood
to talk. I'm
boiling.
gonna talk to Fatima first. I forgot.
Fatima has my blood boiling, and I have been trying not to be mad at her. And I really don't want to hear no smoke from y'all either. Because when I tell you I'm tired and I don't give a
You know we gonna get it.
y'all might want to pick another week. Because this one,
Y'all know
y'all
we
gonna
gonna
get
get it.
cursed to hell messing around with Erica this one. Fatima need to grow up. Okay, that was lazy. That was lazy. Fatima don't need to grow up. Fatima needs to not get over it. Use your words. It's one thing to process, girl. I'm 100% for it. But like, you don't want to talk to him, which is fine. I actually don't have a problem with you avoiding him if you were not running telling that everywhere. You don't want to talk to him, but you're going to tell Andi, and then Andi gets to tell him. Andi, out of all the people, at this point, you need to be friend Karen and have Karen pass the message because she'll deliver the message better than what the hell Andi got going on. Like, if you're not going to say nothing, Fatima, if you processing, then process. Don't bring other people into it to try to validate your bullshit. And I'm calling it bullshit because while she could have felt abandoned, while she could have felt alone, that moment was not about her. Period. Period. Full stop. So Andi, girl, get out of Zach's face talking about you made her feel, we all make each other feel different things. Fatima, I am 100% here for you, standing up for yourself within this relationship, you being open and honest about how Zach has made you feel, how he has ostracized you, how he has demeaned you in different ways and disrespected you in this relationship, but this one ain't it. And the fact that you pulled this bingo card and you didn't want to pull out any of the other 18 others that came before and now you want to stake your claim and act the monkey fool is beyond me. And I'm sick of it already. Sick.
Well, the whole thing with because when Fatima said that, like I really was like, I didn't think about Fatima needs to grow up, even though I definitely agree with that. I just felt like it was a child like tattletelling on somebody.
To Andi of all people, like girl,
To
be friend
Andi.
Danny if you're gonna do something.
Like
Shit.
To Andi of yeah, like to Andi of all people, and I'm just like, I'm not sure. Like that scene really like got under my skin because I'm like Fatima, like I'm not saying that you can feel how you feel, but the reality is, good and doggone well, I don't believe. Well, I don't know. We know that wasn't Zach's intention, but I'm just like the way she could like he just left me and I'm just like, are you serious right now?
You would have thought that her ass had a swig of water and no bread for 18 days. And Zach pulled up next to her, saw her, and said, starve, bitch, and drove off. Like, that's what you would think happened.
Yeah.
Left you at your job ma'am, left you at your job.
Left you at your job. It was just, and then I didn't like. Come, I'm gonna come back to them. I didn't like how Andy talked to that receptionist,
What
and
you
I
say to
saw a
her?
lot of people. Oh, she was because Zach had came. He had walked back there, and I guess she's supposed to buzz or call when they get a visitor. And she was like, "Yes, don't let that happen again." Basically, the way she used to talk to Fatima until Fatima became a benefactor to her.
Mm.
Like her whole, and I saw so many people on social media was like, Andy, I don't know why she talking to that girl like that. I said, but no, isn't that how she talked to Fatima? Now y'all classify her as Fatima's best friend. That's exactly the tone that she used to use with Fatima, as if she was a second class citizen. And the lady was like, "Oh, y'all won't, I won't do it again. Yeah, don't let it happen again." I said, "Well, who the hell are you?" Like it amazes me this boldness that creeps up out of Andy when she's dealing with certain individuals.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting. And this whole thing with
But
Zach, I'm gonna be. Oh, go ahead.
no, I'm saying, but Andy, if one thing that she gonna do is she gonna be damn consistent. Belinda says he needs to stop disrespecting her place of employment. Why now? I have been saying it all the time about how he come up there and he play Kiki all in her damn face, disrespecting
Yep.
Andy, and everybody want to joke about it. You can go back through my videos. I have said it every single time that Zach pops up. It's inappropriate. I don't want to
Me
hear it this
too.
time.
Me too. Let him do it. Run him up.
Because he's been doing
Run him
it.
up, Zach. Run him up, Zach. Do what you want to do, Zach. Because and like Erica said, and I'm one of those. Every time this man come to her job, people, oh, it's so cute. Oh, he popped up. Oh, he bought. No, 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 no. It was never cute. It was never cute. Why are you showing up to this lady's place of employment? Why? And if Fatima didn't want to talk to you, if Fatima not answering your phone calls, if Fatima not returning your text, excuse me, damn her, go do what you had plans to do. I'm just coming to tell her that I'm going to Karen shop. You ain't gotta tell her nothing. She don't want to talk to you anyway.
He could have
So
texted her that.
take care of your business.
And it mirrors what's actually going on in their relationship because Fatima, you staking your claim on this moment with Karen, and Lord help me with that dialogue he gave her. But you so pissed he abandoned you, he this, he that. He's been doing certain things this whole time, which is why I'm just like, why is it a big deal now when he has left you before? He has done this, but like he has really done that before, honey. Baby girl.
Before.
But okay.
It's like that's what see, like, and it makes me wonder because I know, and I've said this before, and I get a lot of flack from the people. Okay, let me say this: when I say Fatima fans, I'm not saying that you don't like any other character. I'm saying like Fatima may be you stand for Fatima, like those individuals. When I have stated that, I feel that there is an insecurity there because Fatima has always known certain things about Zach when it comes to Karen, and it's like this particular issue is like the thing that she just harps on so much. Damn the fact that she's been disrespected on several occasions to me as a girlfriend, especially as a fiance, she has been disrespected. But this thing with Karen here is what Fatima chooses to make it, the blow up effect. And I'm just like, I find that very interesting. Like, and I really want to know, like, well, I guess we do get into that a little later when she has her conversation with Andy, but I was all here for Zach. When Zach was like, "Well, how did I make her feel?" And Andy was like, "You really don't know." Well, he hasn't talked to her. She hasn't told him how your response to Karen made me feel. So he's asking you, since you seem to know every damn thing,
Since
since
you
you
know
want to
every
be
damn thing,
Fatina's
since you
mouthpiece.
got your degree and you know
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. Since you a lawyer, you all this. Tell him how Fatima feels.
You
Since
know what?
Fatima
I
refused to
hated
do
that
so.
moment. I hated that moment so much because those are the type of moments that men get to use and throw back in our faces when they really don't understand something that they should, because we didn't use
Yeah,
something very trivial of like, this wasn't even about you. The girl died and now y'all trying to say you really don't know. No, I really don't know. I was focused on death.
exactly.
And now this invalidates any other time where he knew that he shouldn't have been dancing on Deja. He knew he shouldn't have been in Deja's damn house with her in the bathtub. He knew he shouldn't have been hugged up with Connie at the damn hospital. But now all of those moments get lumped up with this. You sure you didn't know? You really didn't know?
Yeah.
Shooting all women in the damn foot, you ask me.
And why y'all making me take up for Zach for what, 3 weeks straight?
Three.
I don't like this.
I
I don't like
don't know if
this,
I like it
man.
here either.
I don't like it on this shit.
I was enjoying my spot right on Zach's neck. I was camped
Yes, I
out
don't like
cute.
this shit. I don't like this avenue. I don't like this avenue. And I just can't hate on him for literally I don't know how he's really acting as if he doesn't know. She won't talk to me. I'm here. She sees me. She walks away. I can understand Fatima not wanting to have a conversation with Zach, but you do it any other time. Let's go in the break room. Let's go to the garage. Let's leave. You just left with him the other day to go see about Michael, so you leave whenever you want to. So why not now? Fatima in this process and getting on my damn nerves.
I
Just
don't know if I
saying.
would be pissed about it if she would be quiet. Like if she wasn't saying nothing to nobody, I would let her rock. I ain't even gonna hold you. I would really
Yeah,
let her rock. But having to
yeah.
watch her conversations with Andi,
And
I
Angela.
am losing
Well,
so not even Angela because I don't respect Andi either. But okay, I'm like telling on myself.
now you good. Let the truth come out.
I don't I don't know, something about her conversation with Andi hit a little bit different because I feel like she respects Andi more than she does Angela. So at least career wise, maybe not on a friendship level, but just as a in reference to positioning in life. Um, when Fatima said, "I know his in love voice," I know his "I want to have sex" voice. I know his this. I know his that. I was like, "Girl, you do not know that damn much in 6 weeks. Relax, relax." And I hate it. I hate that I have to be the person to say that because now I'm gonna get lumped up and like, oh, she hates Fatima. I don't hate Fatima, but let's be for real, Fatima. Let's be for real. You know his in love voice. If you know his in love voice in 6 weeks, then what do you think Karen knows? Y'all are like making the girl's points, honestly. Like y'all are living out Karen's
Honestly,
points. And I don't understand. I really don't.
yeah.
When he talked to her, that was his I'm in love with her voice. He might damn be. Now what you finna do, Cletus?
What you going? You ain't gonna do nothing. And then this my thing too. So were you still on the steps when Karen called him? Because how did you hear that conversation,
How
sis?
did you hear the conversation?
That's what when she said that, and when he talked to Karen this morning, that was a I'm in love voice. How did you hear it? Like, where were you? Were you because if you was downstairs, you wouldn't have heard the conversation. So were you on the steps? Is that how you heard the conversation, sis? Because I need to know. That was his in love voice. The brother just literally woke up.
He
He
just
went
woke
from
up.
snoring. He just woke up. I would have respected Fatima more if she said, yeah, he talked to Karen. He had his wake up voice on. He wake up voice. It was his in love
In
voice
his
when the
in
man
love voice.
went from
I know
snoring.
him. I know this voice. I know that voice. I know this voice. I
Yeah,
know that voice. But Tima, release a house mixtape and shut up. Cause I just can't.
please.
Like watching her this episode, I'm like, yo, Tyler Perry really got Fatima going down like this. Like we're literally watching her crash and burn. And I never thought I
Hmm.
would see it. I never thought I was gonna see this.
I did. And you know what, y'all? I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I just gotta be quite frank. I'm enjoying it, and the reason, and it's not because I want to see her downfall to say it in that way, but it's because I needed Tyler to show that I guess this facade of an image that he has created for this
Mm-hmm.
character has never been real for me. And I don't know if it's because he wrote her as a Virgo woman, and I'm a Virgo woman. I saw all through that. From the very beginning, if you go back and listen to my old, I have always said that about Fatima. It's just that now I'm actually excited to see it be played out because those other four women, they ain't the only one who weak for a man. They ain't the only one who weak for
Mm-hmm.
penis. She is too. So now that you have
Mm-hmm.
all this information, Fatima, what are you gonna do about it? Because people love to get on this here internet and call Karen stupid, dumb, delusional. She can't let go. Zach don't love her. She this, she that, and we're seeing Fatima go through the same thing. I've seen people say, "Oh, Karen and Zach was with each other for off and on for 3 years. 3 years ain't nothing." I'm like, no, Fatima been with him for a couple weeks. That ain't nothing. Get out, sis, while you can. Take a step back while you can, because honestly, the stuff that Fatima has dealt with Zachary, Mufasa Taylor. And I said Mufasa because baby boy got that money and he look good. He think he a king right now. So that's why I said Mufasa. But I'm like, I'm gonna need you to. I need to see where this is going because your silent treatment is getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves.
Angie
I need to
said,
have a conversation. What
Angie,
happened?
Angie in the chat said, did she know his dismissed voice in the hospital with Connie? Not y'all firing shots.
Connie, shots fired. Connie, dismissal voice. Shots fired. Shots
Angie
fired.
said, I told y'all Fatima was the new Karen. No, I told y'all that the way that Tyler
Angie.
Perry presented Fatima was that Fatima and Karen are the same exact woman at different points in a specific timeline. Honestly, Fatima, before she got too wrapped up in ZAC, when Ian was supposed to be her ZAC, was literally Karen and Karen's trajectory. At this point, it feels like Fatima's finna restart the loop and she's finna give another man that go. And I'm like, by golly, Miss Molly, do your thing, because I only got one of them in me. I have one Zachary in me. I will never do it again.
Baby, Fatima is in the cycle. Angie, that was funny as hell, sis. Because that scene, because the moment you read that comment, that scene automatically popped in my head, and I was like, baby, that was a moment. That was a moment there.
Zatima is actually ahead of Sisters. So we haven't seen the second half of Zatima season 2, but season 6 of Sisters takes place after the end of season 2 of Zatima. Yeah. We just haven't seen it yet. Just for someone just asked that in the chat.
Yeah.
Fatima about to do a left eye on Zach House. Lord. I want her to go before it gets there.
He had all them shoes. And I didn't see a size 4. So I threw them in the tub. And lit them on fire. Baby, Zach better sleep with one eye open. Zach was sleeping too comfortably for somebody to be mad at him. He was knocked
out.
Baby, that's how you know Zach don't give a damn about how Fatima feel in this moment.
Think that. I don't think that. I'm not even going to say that.
He don't give a damn enough when he loses sleep. He wasn't losing no sleep.
I think that he really believes that he didn't do nothing wrong because he did not do nothing wrong.
I do believe that.
And he's also in therapy. So he could be, specifically when we're seeing this, I cannot wait to see when he go to therapy. But we also are seeing a Zach right now who has gotten into some therapy sessions, who has made peace because he's running to Karen and making sure she's okay. He still got a little bit of smoke for Aaron, but for the most part, it's no more smoke when it comes to Karen. So it's a little bit more internal peace. The Michael thing is coming up, but we are probably experiencing a little bit more emotionally grounded of a person in Zach. So that I feel like that's how he was able to sleep, because he really didn't think that he did anything wrong.
I agree with that. Because my man was knocked out.
Sisters is not ahead of Zatima. DNC greatness, and the way that we know that Sisters is not ahead of Zatima, it's not ahead of Zatima, is ahead of Sisters because they made a note, I think it was in episode 3, or Fatima spoke to Zach going to therapy. That is something that happens in the second half of season 2 of Zatima.
Yeah, y'all saying the same thing. She said Sisters is ahead of it.
But Sisters is not. Sisters is behind Zatima. Season 3 of season 3 of Zatima will be after season 6.
So what that means, Sisters is ahead behind. Of it? Sisters is behind Zatima?
Now, yeah.
Oh.
We're literally about to have to, on Zatima, when Zatima returns in August, we're going to be going back in time to watch stuff that impacts what we see right now on Sisters.
So that means Sisters is ahead of it then. We just haven't seen the second half of Zatima because it's already happened.
When I hear y'all say ahead, that means that the stuff that's happening on Sisters happens before the stuff that happens on Zatima, and that's not the case.
Oh, no. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm confused. We all confused. Just Tyler Perry ass.
Just blame Tyler.
What you been doing this?
Yeah, so
Bro, where's we at, child?
Um, don't need to be confused. When we watch the rest of season 2 of Zatima, y'all are gonna have to pause everything that you've seen in season 6 of Sisters because none of that happened yet when we watch the rest of season 2 of Zatima. Once that comes back, you cannot bring up, I'm not going to bring up in my breakdowns any of the information that I know from Sisters season 6 because when that was shot in plans before Sisters started.
Who's that? Fatima and these damn voices.
Oh yeah, that's where we was at.
Fatima and these voices.
She just sounds so bad. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what I would tell Fatima as her friend right now. Like, stand up. Stand the fuck up, honey.
Use your words. Like, you know, with and then I didn't understand this. I'm like, why when she took off her ring and Andi was like, what are you doing? And she gave it to Andi. And I'm like, don't you got an office with a lock on it? Why are you giving your ring to Andi? I didn't understand that at all.
I didn't understand.
Why did Andi need her ring?
Child.
Tyler pissed me off. And it wasn't even like, because I know what Tyler is capable of doing. This episode just felt like, I don't give a damn. Like, that's what it felt like to me. Like, I don't give a damn. Because as I was watching, and don't get me wrong, I don't have high expectations for Sisters. It is what it is. And I enjoy it for what it is. But I'm like, this episode just felt so very weird. Like, it just felt like things were happening that just didn't need to happen. I could see if Fatima was a receptionist and she didn't want her ring, you know, she didn't want to lay that ring just anywhere. But you have your own office. You have a lock on your, like, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that at all. I really didn't. And I didn't like how
it was stupid.
What? Demetria,
not y'all are fed up too. Not y'all are fed up.
That is hilarious.
Because it was stupid, Ellie.
Y'all are hilarious. Demetria said, damn all the small talk. It was dumb. It was stupid. It was stupid.
It was stupid. It was dramatic. It's also Andi. Like,
that's funny.
Andi type of friend, you don't know if she's going to put the ring on.
She just might. Hell, she used to rings that lock. At least this ring don't lock. She might just try it on. Child.
A setup for Karen to find it. IDK. It didn't make sense. Karen already seen it. Karen already seen it. She already know. Okay, so what I will say, I cannot be remiss and get off of this live before saying this. Karen is my girl. I love me some Karen. Will always love me some Karen. But I don't like her. I don't like her
energy.
Playing with the side piece role. Like, I don't like her like playing in it. Like, she's not assuming it yet, but it feels like she's dibbling and dabbling and playing with it. And I don't like that for her. I don't like it at all. You sure she won't be mad? You should, girl, you don't give a fuck about that lady or what she think or how she feels. Cut it out.
When Karen did that, I feel you, Erica. When Karen said like she ain't gonna be mad at you, like she you sure she ain't gonna care? I'm like, first of all, you don't care if she cares. That's number. You don't care if Fatima cares. So I don't understand why you're even. Because I was like, Karen, stop it, sis. I don't even
stop
like
it
this
right now. This is some bird behavior, and we don't do this.
We don't do bird. We don't chirp.
If we going after our man, we standing in it, and we going speak from your diaphragm, honey. We are not playing these goofy ass bird games. No.
Angie.
He's not gonna be.
Angie said, I love Karen. Go get your man.
And if she gonna go get him. But like, I would want her to go get. Actually, I don't want her to go get him. I want Zach to come to her. If she gonna get her man, then I need you to voodoo something and attract his ass back to you because I don't want her to chase him. However, if she's going to do anything, I want her to stand in it with her full chest. I don't want her to be playing no games. I want her to say what she said and mean what she said, and that's it. That's all. So everything is very clear and on the up and up.
I need you to get out of my head, number one.
Oh.
Because when I was watching this, and I said, okay, I told y'all last week, y'all, I'm here for the mess. I'm liking where it's going, but I don't want to see Karen in that mode of being the aggressor, of trying to make this thing work. I want to see her, if this is what she wants, and if she is who Zach wants, I want her to lay back and let him do the work. If that's what it is, if that's what he wants, you fall back and then you let him. I don't want to see her take that role of trying to make it work or trying to like be the aggressor in this situation. No, you fall back, let him do what he gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see her like that.
I don't want her to make it easy for him. I'm not saying she has to make it
No.
hard. I just want her to be in her receptive ass feminine energy. Nowhere else.
Yes. I can stop for breakfast. You want something? No, I'm good. I could get that biscuit that we love. Hey, girl, Zach got money. You been
I wasn't
fitting
even
the
mad at
bill.
that. I wasn't even mad at that.
I was.
I wasn't mad at that. Like, if you're going to go down nostalgia route and you're going to do that, cool, play in it. I just don't want her to reference Fatima at all. Like, I want her to move like Fatima don't even exist. Like, she's a non-motherfucking factor.
But I wasn't gonna get him no breakfast though. She got on my nerves with that.
He about to cut
You
me a check
sure?
for this damn salon. I can get you a sausage biscuit. I can get you a sausage biscuit, baby. You want a sweet tea or coffee? What you want?
I guess so, child.
You finna cut the check? I got you.
Karen was just doing too much for me. I was like, girl. And I can get you that biscuit that we both love. No, I'm good. You sure? Yeah. I said, baby, I can't.
I also need her. I need her to do that type of stuff too, because it's way too many of these people in the fandom who act like Karen has never been solved, who act like Karen don't know Zach at all, who act like Karen don't ever think about Zach, don't ever say nothing nice to Zach. So by golly, Miss Smiley, offer him all the biscuits, please and thank you, because y'all trying to play in her face. Period.
All the biscuits. Did you feel? And I don't even know if it was a big enough thing, but how did you feel when or did you have a feeling attached to when Zach asked Andi, did Fatima tell her? Because she was like, did she tell you about my son? And Andi just like quickly dismissed him. Like, did you have anything to that? Because I know a lot of people was like, he didn't bring up Michael. He's not thinking about Michael. Like, everything is just Karen. But the fact that he did say that, like, you know, did she tell you about my son? And Andi just kind of quickly dismissed, like, no, like, that ain't even important right now.
I didn't have a feeling about it. I feel like he did bring up Michael, and Andi dismissed him, so you can't say that he wasn't thinking about him. And it all happened within a damn day. Like, he cannot snatch that boy today. He cannot do certain, like, he's literally, and you got to also think about it. He's a man. Men are logical. Don't mind me. I'm going to make a point for all these little red pill talking points I'm about to drop for y'all. Gotcha. He's a man who is logical, who we want to solve problems. I don't think it's too wild or far-fetched for him to be hovering in this energy where he feels like he has control and he can do something. In the Michael situation, he can't do nothing. So he hasn't forgotten about it, but the most immediate thing is he could give Karen money to fix her salon. He can go and make sure Karen is actually okay. He can't even fix his relationship right now because this woman is avoiding him even though she's sleeping next to him at night and not saying a damn thing. The one thing that he can do, or that is accepting his fix-it male energy, is this thing, and y'all want to be surprised that he's actually putting more energy into that thing. Make it make sense? Because I doubt he would have been there in 45 minutes if Fatima would have been like, okay, I can talk to you right now.
Right. I agree. Yes.
And it's whack for Andi to be like, no, she didn't, I'm going to walk off. But also, Andi don't give a shit about Zach. She never has. So she barely give about her actual friends. True. Yeah. I think that Zach need to get a whole nother lawyer anyway. Where's Robin at?
That is, he becoming like, where's Waldo? We seeing all these people, but we can't find him. Sure. He needs to come in. That's who I would have representing me, because we know that at least Robin knows people in high places and he can get some things moving and shaking. Andi wouldn't take Andi wouldn't be taking care of none of my legal matters at all.
Unless
At
I was
all.
broke. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go on this tangent, and I
Oh
think you're gonna
Lord.
feel me on it, so it's fine.
Okay, okay, okay.
Demetria, hey boo, hey. Karen is not a gold digger. No matter how many times y'all say it, no matter how many times y'all wish it, no matter how many voodoo dolls you create, and you probably sticking pins in it. Like, that is just really not a thing. And it's so annoying when I see the comments, and by golly, Miss Molly, there's a lot. Not just the one that you just made just now. The way that y'all want people to believe that Karen only wants Zach back for his money. Meanwhile, Aaron has way more money. Like, make it make sense.
Way,
He
way
has
more.
way more money and she has to do less to get access to it. Be for real.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, be for real. Come up with more solid reasons that at this point, I'm just finna be Judge Toller. And y'all gonna come to me with your bullshit cases for your hate for Karen. And I'm vetoing all of it because none of y'all have come to me with actual evidence that makes some damn sense. You don't like Karen and you want to say that she's a gold digger because you don't like her. But the fact of the matter is she's not a gold digger. You just don't like her. And that's okay. You want to add anything, Allie?
No, I've seen that comment a lot about Karen using Zach, and the first thing I said was, "Well, how could she use him when he offered? She never asked him to give her money for her shop." And if we really want to be honest, and I know we'll get into that a little later. I think a lot of the reason why Zach is doing this is because he's trying to prove that he's better than Aaron. He's trying to prove that, hey, I can do this too, and I'm gonna beat him to the punch. So I'm gonna do, but she using because she can get money from Aaron, she can get money from Andi. Zach is not the only resource, but Zach was the first person to offer. I'm gonna take
And
care of everything,
she's in love with Zach.
and
Like, this is the
she's
part
doing,
that
yeah,
like, y'all want to make it seem like she never loved this boy. But the stuff that Karen does is not something that you do for somebody that you do not actually love. You do not be delusional about no money. And hell, I'm not a gold digger, so I don't actually know they plight. But last time I checked, it's easier licks than that. Karen makes so many decisions fueled 100% by her damn heart, which is how she
yes,
wound up putting out $73,000 over 3 years to begin with his, like, y'all,
no, I
y'all,
never.
y'all, come on
Because I
now.
find it interesting, and even to your point, when people say that Karen is using him, but won't call Zach a lazy ass bum when his woman was supporting him and spent 73,000. So if she's using him, what the hell was he doing? What was he doing for 3 years?
And I
And I'm
hope you
not,
didn't leave
and I don't
Demetria,
want
but
you to
I had to
take
call a
it as,
thing a thing.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because that's becoming like a really popular opinion that I've seen about she's using him. Karen is a user. Karen is a gold digger. Karen is this. No, Tamara is a gold digger, and she's doing her job well.
Well,
Tamara is doing her job well.
laying it out for
Karen,
you.
Karen makes her own money. However, she's in this situation, and Zach was the person that offered. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, if I was in a bind and my ex came back as much money, because when we were together, he didn't have it like that, but now he does. If he was to come to me and say, "Hey, Alicia, I saw such and such happen. I'm gonna take care of that for you." Thank you. You think
Thank
I'm
you.
not?
Thank
I,
you.
my pride don't work like that. Thank you. And people can say I'm used. Oh, girl, she just using him because now he got money. When they was together, he ain't have nothing. Say what you will. I'm taking the money. Period. I'm taking the money.
And I don't know if this is like a wave that's going on Twitter right now, because I've seen an influx of comments lately. I've been dropping a new Sisters video every day, and I've seen an influx of comments specifically about Karen's a gold digger and Karen just wants him for his money. And I'm just like, have we all forgotten the grocery store scene? When Karen said that she wanted to get back together with Zach right before finding out that he was fucking Fatima. And he had not $1 to his damn name in that flannel shirt.
And
Like, y'all
amnesia.
gotta be for real. He threw her
People
up
have
against that wall, and
selected
she said, "You
engagement.
know what? Yeah, I can go another round."
Because let's remember, Karen wasn't getting sexed. She wasn't getting sexed. Zach was over here busting it off in Fatima every day since he met her. Karen was in need of something. She wanted to have sex with Aaron, but he wasn't giving her nothing. And so when that happened, I believe sis was like, I've been missing out. So yes, I want him. And then the thing that was so interesting about that scene with the girls before they went to the grocery store, she was like, I love him. I want him back. I want him to come home. She was like, even though I know it won't last longer than a couple weeks. So even the fact that Karen was acutely aware that I know if I was to get back with Zach, it is not going to be elongated, but I'd rather have him for a short period of time than not at all. That says a lot. I'm not saying that baby girl needs to get some work on herself, but that's where she was. And that was way before the money came. That was before I don't even know if it was before the stock sale, but it was before
It
Zach
was
did
before
anything he
that. It
did.
was
It was
well
before
before
all of
that.
that. So it's like
He was still crashing on Fatima's couch
he
or
was
in
crashing
Fatima's
his
bed.
house. Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even equate it just to the sex. Like, while that was a very steamy scene, and it was like what was supposed to be gave was given, I think it was also the lead up to that. Like, he came to her crying, like, you really feel like I would do that to you? For me, I felt like everything in that scene was just a rush of emotions around their actual relationship, their true love for one another, how deeply they care for one another, Zach's deep desire to get it right and piss with himself for continuously fucking up. Like, he literally came to her in his most vulnerable, and then that's what ensued. So, like, y'all are just not gonna make fetch work. Like, y'all are not gonna make fetch happen. She's not a gold digger. She don't just want him for his money. She has always wanted him for him. She has always thought that he was, well, not always thought, she has always hoped that he would get it together, and she has repeatedly taken him back when he did not. Whether that's smart or not, whatever you might think about it, cool, but that's what it is.
Yeah. What you confused about, Cheryl? Can you be more specific in the comment so we can make sure we answer
Ron
it?
said that Aaron offered first. Technically, Aaron did offer first.
Did he?
Yeah, he said that could be third place. He just yelled it out because Zach was holding her.
Then my boy Zach came in and was like, I got you. I'm gonna take care of this for you. Zach was like, damn, we can get it fixed. I'm gonna do it. So in my mind is like, he wanted to make sure, no, I want you, no, I got you. I'm gonna take care of this. I'm the one. Aaron, shut up. Like,
Aaron,
that's how I felt. Aaron, shut up.
Aaron, shut up. Dimitri, I hope you didn't leave, honey, because you ain't post nothing since, but I had to go ahead and set that straight. Yeah. But if Aaron being a gold digger in your mind makes you happy and makes you not go out into this world and be a menace, believe that okay, so because before I get into the comments, child, Aaron this episode,
my poor baby.
Listen here,
baby, that is my baby, and I was so upset.
I love this for Karen. I really do. And I'm still standing. On we don't get this. So I want this to happen. But I also want to be like, girl, let up a little bit. Shit, let up. Because she's just so dismissive.
She's so, and that's the thing. She was so dismissive to Aaron. The fact that Pam had to tell her to tell him thank you, that's a low. That's a low there. Hey, Karen, are you serious?
Yo, he was there cleaning out the fucking place.
He was cleaning up. Aaron was dressed to clean. He came for the job.
And honestly, Kevin is amazing. Like, shout out to you, Kevin, because there was, for me, it was the looks. Like, when she asked, could he give them a moment? He gave her a little.
The way his lips were. Kevin, you don't get
her ass up. He don't give enough props, cause It was so much being said in them looks.
Kevin Walton, let me say, I had to say your first and last name, bro. Let me say, I know you get a lot of flack for your portrayal of Aaron, but I want you to know that I genuinely love you and how you portray him. And I genuinely have an affinity for you as a person because I follow you on social media. I love what you stand for. I love your essence and your aura as a man, and how you have given to this character of Aaron, how you've made him very mysterious, also complex at the same time. The way that you decided to choose certain things for this character is amazing. And I know I feel like you get overshadowed by the whole ZAC of it all. But
Brilliant
you, sir,
performance. Brilliant.
and you're fine as hell.
And he's
Okay, I
fine
had to
as
throw
hell.
that out there too.
Like when he be looking over his shoulder and that little, he always shaped up. And I'm like,
And
Karen.
I
Now,
don't know why they not
Karen.
letting, and why they not letting Kevin wear his tattoos? Because baby, Kevin is tatted up,
Mmm.
and I wish that they were shown on the show. I'm like, why did Val get to show all his tattoos? We know what the hell his body looked like. Kevin tattoos are that man is just gorgeous to me. Oh god, I may have a little crush on him. Just a small one,
We
just a
ain't
small one.
mad.
But
We ain't mad at it. We ain't mad
baby,
at
the
it.
way he played that role, the way he looked
It
at
was
her,
so
baby,
short, but it was so powerful.
it was so
You
powerful.
knew exactly what he
Aaron
was
gave
thinking.
me Aaron gave me my favorite quote of the entire show. When Zach walked his little cute self up there, and he was like, Aaron spoke. He was like, Aaron, that's the best I've ever seen you look. And Aaron said, yeah, I got a U size in the back. You want one? My baby said, I got a U size in the back. You want one? I said, baby, Kevin, you better act.
You better act.
You better act.
You better act. And Karen, enjoy the adoration, but also get your shit together, girl.
Because I'm at Karen, me and you cool, sis, and you know you my sis, you my favorite one, but don't be doing my baby like that.
The pressure is getting
Don't be doing my
worse.
baby like that.
Like when Zach pulled up and Aaron standing here in his little hazmat light suit, I'm just like, the pressure is getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Oh, but I'm still 10 toes down with him pursuing her recklessly like this because it just feeds me. I'm being very selfish. I'm fine with it. I'm also fine with a man not backing down from what he say he truly wants. It'd be a little bit too easy for some of these Negroes. They kiss on
Aaron
the
and
cheek.
Karen. Yeah.
They kiss on the cheek, y'all.
They kiss
Aaron
on the
kisses
cheek.
Zach on the cheek.
Yes. Aaron
Yes,
and
we
Karen
already
is
talked about Gary and Hayden's ass. We're done with that. You're going to have to watch the replay, babes.
Yeah. Aaron and Karen deserve one another.
What does that mean?
Demetria, I'm trying to figure out, are you
At least she didn't leave. I thought she left.
and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but it's like there's really no context to your like they're very like straightforward things, so I'm not sure like how you meaning it or whatever, or in the context of how you mean it.
Well, basically
But
she's saying, is that shady towards Aaron? Like,
I don't know, guys. I'm just trying to figure out.
Aaron about to
But
be dead next week. Oh, y'all got the extended trailer? Somebody DM'd it to me?
No. Just the end of credits review scene when he was like, what hold does that have on her?
Oh yeah. I saw that. What? Listen, it be a hold that he be the day of the Geechee is over. Like,
baby,
some of these men will just have you, and you have no idea how they got a hold of you. How you
Kevin
can get
had
released.
me in the chokehold. Kevin had me in the chokehold. I'm not even gonna lie.
Kevin got you in a chokehold.
Sometimes Aaron do a little too much for me. Now Aaron do a little too much. But Kevin, oh Jesus.
I don't know. I feel like black women deserve what Aaron does.
Okay, well let me ask you.
Black women are very willing, ready, and able to be the Aarons to all these other black men, and we don't get it back. So I think that I know damn well I'm worthy of that. If I'm still figuring it out, you better keep applying pressure. That's all I know.
I like pressure to a certain extent. I like pressure up until the point to where what if I ask you to leave me alone. Like if I ask you to leave me alone, I'm gonna need you to leave me alone.
I don't see. I don't. I'm not always as straightforward as that. Like if
Oh,
I will tell the person I really really like to leave me alone.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It depends on whatever
Look,
the circumstance is, but I have done it in the past when I'm overwhelmed or flustered or anxious, and like I can't come up with anything else. So it's like I really want you to be here, and I want you to do something, but I don't know what to tell you to do. So just go away.
and then if he goes away,
I'm
what are your
pissed.
feelings? You're pissed. And if he doesn't go away, you're satisfied, like you happy.
Yeah.
Okay. My mind would really be in the mind F right now.
But I also feel like I have nonverbal. So like while the verbal don't match up necessarily in those moments, I feel like I have nonverbal things that are tells for what I actually am
Okay.
saying.
Okay. 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 I feel you. I understand.
I don't know. I just feel like it's not always as black and white as that. And again, having dated a ZAC and just done stuff for men, I don't see nothing wrong with niggas matching our energy, even if it's in a toxic way. I don't. At least as like this period now in time, because we just haven't seen it. We haven't experienced it. I don't know what that would. I mean, I don't engage in toxic relationships now. Period. At this stage of my life, but
Yeah.
I don't know what that would do for me or would have done for me if I had someone doing everything that I was willing to do at that point in time.
If I tell y'all leave me alone, leave me alone. I feel like but I'm a very straightforward person too. Like I'm very like ABC. This is what it is. This is what it isn't. Um, but I do agree with that. I love his persistence. I just feel like sometimes his persistence is like a strike to what Karen actually needs in the moment.
I don't know if that's the case. I believe that Karen is at the place that she's at because Aaron has loved her the way that he has. If Karen didn't have an Aaron, we would be still suffering through like the worst of Karen's pursuit of Zach. Still, because she had would have had no example of I deserve better. That there's other options out there for me, and there's a period of time after a breakup that you go through, and you think that you're not going to get nobody else. That this was it for you, and like I think she would have still been stuck in that place. And Aaron has been a very pivotal part, and like showing her grow. That was just the fucking beginning. That was nothing compared to what you could have. And while she's not necessarily so eager to reach out and grab it, to know it's there does something. I think. Um, I was about to say something else
I
though.
want her
Fuck.
to miss him a little bit.
Hmm.
I want her to miss him a little bit. Like the for me, like my perspective on it. Like I just want her to almost in a sense like how I want her to rest and let Zach do the pursuing if that's the direction that Tyler chooses to go with, which I hope he don't. But it's like at the same time with Aaron, I don't want her to chase after him, but I do want her to feel like, is this what you is this what you want? Like I don't want her to feel like she has to be pressured to choose Aaron because he just won't go away. But it's like,
But I don't feel
is
like
he
he has
really
been
what you want?
pressuring her.
No, no, not that he's been pressuring her, but I'm like, I don't want her to feel like she's pressured because he's a constant presence. Even though she said, "I need my space. I need you to go. I need you to do this." Whatever. Because I think the only time I've ever heard her say like she missed him or wanted to call him was when he saw her having sex with Zach, and she was on the phone with Andi, and she was like, "I want to call Aaron," and I think Andy was like, "Are you sure?" And I think she was like, "Yeah, I want to talk to him. Like, I want to hear his voice or whatever." And I think that's the only time I've ever heard her regard Aaron in that light. Because I feel like too, I feel like Aaron is that person that exerts everything to everybody. Even I feel like who does that for him though? Because I feel like at the same time,
Oh yeah,
like you know what I'm saying?
I
Like
definitely
I
think that
want to
he
see
needs a
him.
reciprocal. I don't know if I can. I'm struggling with trying to agree with the, like, if I tell you leave me alone, especially when you're going through a traumatic moment. Like, I feel like us as black people, we've just been socialized a different way, and certain growing pains and experiences, like, that's a default for us. Like, in more cases than not, at least for me, I'm going to default to do shit on my own. I'm going to default that nobody got me. I'm going to, like, and if somebody actually got me, then the people in my life have to be persistent. Like, no, bitch, I'm actually here. Like, no, I'm not playing. And no, I'm not actually going anywhere. And that is the stuff that actually winds up helping me. I think that his persistence and his consistency in showing up is very, very healing. Because that's another thing that we get, like, our communities are devoid of. Like, even if somebody shows up for you, a lot of times some of the people that matter to you most, they'll show up one minute, but they won't show up the next. So for me, the Aaron character has been a very beautiful, grounding, healing character to have, because he is so consistent and he is so relentless in it. And it's something that, one, I don't think that we're taught, and two, we are given and able to benefit from as freely as he's showing it on the show.
I agree with that. I can
Like,
agree with that.
I would just do it myself, bitch. Like, I am that girl, and it's like, girl, no, stop, just stop. And I still want to
Yeah,
do it myself, but I really don't want to do it myself. I don't want to have to, but when you have spent so much time or so much of your life having to figure it out or be let down or whatever the case might be, I think, I don't know. We just need more errands. We need more niggas being okay with being errands. And even if it seemed corny or whack or whatever, he has the capacity right now. Like, I get it. He needs somebody pouring in his cup as well. But who is thinking about our cups when we're doing this shit for the other men? Like, I'm letting him rock until I feel like Aaron's about to come up on, and not that I feel like he need to reach his breaking point, but I would still need to see more visual signs of, like, all right, he can no longer handle this. He cannot sustain this. This actually feels very true to who he is. It feels like part of this fills his cup up, being able to show up for the person that he loves
I agree.
consistently. So I have no problem with him continuing to do it, regardless of how many simps y'all call him or whatever. Because one, he actually wants to do it, and I'm a big, big, big believer in we need to do things that we actually want to do, regardless of what other people think about them or how it makes us look. I call people clowns all the damn time because, and I adopted this for myself of, like, if I have somebody who I care deeply for, but we have not talked to them, whatever, we had a falling out, whatever, and I get the inkling or the thought to, like, check in on them or to, like, ask about a event that I knew was coming up. We ain't talked in months. We ain't talked in a year. A birthday pop up, and I get the feeling of, oh, I want to wish this person a happy birthday. I'm calling them and wishing them happy birthday. I don't give a fuck what happened, because that's what I
Right.
wanted to do. But we get so caught up in this society of, like, but no, this person did this to me, but no, this was this, and we ain't on speaking terms. Your heart just told you to do it. I'm going with that. Everything else, whatever.
I'm that person too. I'm that person. I done went through some tumultuous emotional things. And it was a birthday. The person's birthday was coming up. And I'm like, okay, do I call them or do I text them? Do I call? I say, you know what? I'm gonna play it cool. I'm gonna text them and text them happy birthday. I wasn't concerned that they responded to me because I didn't do it for a response. I just did it
Right.
because I wanted them to know that, hey, I'm thinking about you. It's your birthday, and I know that this is your day, and I want you to know I'm thinking about you on this day. And I sent the text message, and they did respond, but it was like, just checking the intent for doing what we feel we're being led to do. And I'm one of those people too. If I feel like I'm being led to do something, it does not matter how anybody feel. And I never even knew what the darn girl. I never heard simp until Aaron. People start calling him a simp, and I was like, what the hell? What the hell is that? Or Aaron is boring. Aaron and Karen is boring. Fatima and Zach are excited. I said, baby, where I am in life, I would take boring any day.
It's giving
I would
stable.
take boring any day of the week. Give me boring, Lord. Give me boring.
It's giving beautiful ass conversations and great dinners and amazing sex to
What?
me.
What? Okay.
It's giving being truly cared for. Give it to me,
Yes.
inject it into my veins.
I want
Okay.
that. I want that. I want that.
Not Aaron is a serial killer. Like, where y'all be pulling these things from?
Um,
And part of me be going so hard about Aaron and standing 10 toes down in it because half of y'all don't like Aaron because you don't believe that you deserve an Aaron and you do. Let that sink in.
And I think it's the way that Tyler Q toying with that character, like the things that Karen. Because I do not like the fact that she told him like you presented yourself to be this perfect guy. And I disagree with that. I don't believe that Aaron presented himself to be perfect. I believe that he presented himself as a different type of affection and love that she had never experienced. So it came off perfect. It's not perfect. He's never
He's
presented
not
himself
perfect,
to
but
be
he
perfect.
has presented himself that way. Hey,
You think so?
Allie, now
I
I know
don't
we
think
got a
so.
crush on him and everything. The
No.
same way that Fatima presented herself to be perfect, Aaron presented himself to be perfect.
But see, okay, well through my lenses, I never looked at Fatima as perfect, and I never looked at Aaron as perfect. I believe
You
that his
can know that
flaws
she's
were there.
not. You can know that she's not, but the way they were introducing it in the show and then the way they moved, Aaron started it off. His first words to her were, "It ain't all it's cracked up to be." And then he goes on this tirade about black women and this, that, and the third. And then he wants to be the, oh, I didn't pissed off the black woman. Let me go apologize to her. Here's some ice cream, girl. But then don't say nothing about my wife, even though I said something about your little whatever. Like, Aaron did have the position of, like, moral high ground and, like, I got it all figured out, even in my mess. He did. Like, he did.
That this is why people listening. This is why you can have, and I love the fact that we having this discussion right now because we can look at the same thing and have two very different opinions about it, and you don't gotta bash people because they don't like because they have a difference of opinion. So for me, and I can say the type of person that I am one of those people that if I do something or say something that I know was offensive, that I know probably, you know what, I shouldn't have done that, I am very quick to apologize. And so like when we were first introduced to Aaron, my whole thing was I would have responded the same way. If I said something to somebody and I know I was in my feelings at that moment and I responded
You was in your
irrationally,
feelings unprovoked. Like, this girl didn't even know you from Sam,
she
and
didn't
you
do
ran
something
up
like
on her in a grocery store
right.
and
So
shit all on her dreams.
she hit me and shit on that dream. But
It's not even, if I
for
happen to
me,
say something offensive to you in our conversation, we were not talking. Like,
we
you,
weren't talking. But that was to me that was a clear indication that he is not a perfect person.
no,
You
he's
can't you
not a perfect person. I'm not saying that he is a perfect person. I'm not saying that Fatima is a perfect person. I'm saying how both of those characters entered the universe, they were positioned to be perfect for this universe.
oh,
Aaron was positioned to be the ideal man, and Fatima was positioned to be the ideal woman. And everybody else gets compared up against them. And it was not until he had slipped
see
and fell off the
that.
wagon in reference to his drinking and like, "Why don't you want me?" and all that stuff, that he actually started to show cracks that we knew were there, but like he actually got to internalize them because he does carry himself in that way too. And he also speaks on it, Allie. Like, no, go ahead, finish your thoughts because I don't
But
finish
to
your.
me, and I want to know what y'all say in the comments too. Like, what did you feel? Do you feel that that Fatima was presented as a perfect person, or like her presentation, and even Aaron? And the reason why I say I think to me, I've always seen the cracks in the like. I never viewed it that way. I never thought he presented himself in that way because his actions to me was like, this is going out with somebody and you married. How you ask your wife to bring your wallet? Like none of this to me showed that Aaron is presenting himself in a perfect manner. I saw like a very flawed individual from the very beginning. Like even with Fatima, saw a very flawed person from the very beginning of this whole. Like I really questioned Fatima. Like I was like, is she a hoe? Like I really thought Fatima was a hoe. In the sense of when I'm just being honest, when Zach asked her how many dudes from Chainbreakers have you been involved with? I thought it was a legitimate question. Hell, you let me hit the first night. I'm supposed to think I'm special. Like I guess for me, I've just never seen them that way. I've just never seen either one of them that way. That's how I feel.
I don't
That's
feel
funny.
like Aaron is perfect. I did not feel like he was perfect. However, he's the best of the best.
Hell
And
yeah.
when I say that he presented himself that way, even in his flaws, Allie, he moved in such a mature way that it's like, yo, he's not without mess, but I handle it better than all of you niggas. So the asking your wife to bring your wallet to the restaurant, like he did that with so much audacity and confidence. It's like, this is what you're supposed to do. Why is this an issue? Like he moves like, that's not an issue. That's not an issue. That's not an issue. Like nothing is an issue for him because he's perfect in his mind. He
Rick
makes up a
took it.
decision. When he done, he done. That was the one non-negotiable that his wife did. So it's dead, it's done. That's it. This is how we moving through life. Like both Fatima and Aaron literally came into the universe with very, very similar energies. And as compared to the rest of the characters, those two, whether positioned by the writer Tyler Perry as that, and also how they move. Like Fatima moved with an air of like, I'm above all this shit. Andi might be my boss, but I'm even above her. I would
And
never.
in the beginning, and even with Fatima, for me, for Alicia, I saw straight through the bullshit because I'm like, I don't even understand how Fatima carried herself that highly. Because I'm like, sis, it ain't you not like
But
you're
she
not
did carry herself
the fact
highly.
that she did, and I couldn't for the life of me. I couldn't understand why the moment I found out Fatima was messing with a damn crackhead and she slept with the same person as Danny, I said, "Oh hell no! Who is this girl? Who is this? A crackhead?
It's all the shots that Allie is firing right now.
Having
A
fun, y'all. But seriously though,
crackhead.
I seriously never looked at. I'm just saying for me
I agree.
personally.
I agree. They are not perfect, but they were presented to be the ideals. They were. So when she said that you presented yourself to be perfect, I had no problem with it because even in his mess, he just moved in a way of like he don't slip, he don't fumble. He a pimp, not a pimp for real, but I just wanted to be cute.
I know. Just,
He just she wasn't lying. Even in the whole like I got an explanation for the crazy bitch coming out from behind the car at your salon. Don't even worry about that. That's nothing to worry about. I handled it. She's crazy. Like, trust me, it's not. It's never me. Like all of that energy. Yeah. Mm-mm.
that's crazy energy to me because he said the same thing about Fawn. But she was like, Aaron, like, what about you? Like, you don't have to worry about her, okay? I gotta worry about her. We saw what she did 2 days later. I'm like, babe, but I think to me, I just found him to be like a very dismissive, like, because I know people, I know people in life who walk around very like in this bubble of nothing's gonna happen. Oh, this, and but because certain things have happened in my life, I don't walk around like, oh yeah, this can't happen. I'm one of them. You walk up on me, you better have your life right with God because you might be going to see him. Like that's how I function because of things I've experienced. And I know I have a coworker girl. She is like sometimes I don't even like saying stuff to her because she's almost like she has a very childlike nature, and I'm like I don't want to ruin that because she just walk
Yeah.
around like ain't nothing gonna ever raindrops and rainbows coming from the darn sky. Like that's how she look at life, which I think is beautiful and everything. But child,
And
yeah,
Vaughn, I get it. I get it. You agree with Allie. I am not saying that they don't have flaws. I am saying specifically that the way that they were positioned is they were positioned to be the perfect in this universe. And that's also why we see so many people commenting on it. Somebody just brought up like Karen's mom caught it first. Their other characters would not be saying this is too good to be true. Too good to be true for what? People say that miracles are too good to be true. Shit that goes too right, too well, or too perfect is too good to be true. People don't say regularness is too good to be true. People don't say a random person is, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of that was created to drum up this air of like Aaron, the precious, Fatima, the precious. And it's no shade because he's an extraordinary Negro. I love that for him. He's just not a perfect one.
Right, absolutely.
And I
He
don't
damn
think
sure
that
ain't
Fatima
perfect.
was, I mean, I don't think that Karen was wrong for saying you presented yourself to be perfect. He presented himself like he got away out of everything. Nothing should never shake her or bother her. She needs to step up and step out of the life that she's living because he got a better life for her. Like, this is all stuff that he actually presented. Meanwhile, he still got random biracial beauties popping up at my salon. I'm sorry.
Not
Was a white
biracial
woman and
beauty.
now it's a biracial beauty. Like, so no, everything is not perfect.
Curly
You don't
Sue.
have all the keys in your hand. Like, it's not.
Come on, Curly Sue.
So yeah.
And I need to know why she called him John.
And that's another.
I need to
You
know that.
presented yourself to be perfect. And also it's like you presented yourself to be one thing, but are you actually a whole other person? Who is John?
Who is John? I need to know. I need to know. I need to know about that. Somebody asked her, "Did we talk about?" Yeah, we talked. I don't know. I don't know if you answered it, Erica, but yeah, we talked about Hayden and Tamara. We didn't really have much to say about it other than, oh, I saw some people was like trying to drag Tamara. I said, what we mad at her for? She doing what the hell she's supposed to do.
She told you what she came for and she executed her plan. It's
What
giving goal oriented to me.
And if we really want to be real, she the MVP of the whole damn series right now because she's the only one who know her purpose and is functioning in her purpose as a gold digger. What are we mad about?
Not the MVP.
She said what she was going to do, and she probably the first person on this show that said, "I am going to take him for all he got," and damn it, she did it.
Tamara said I'm about that business.
Tamara is about that life. Tamara about that life. People was like, well, she better not mess with Fatima because Fatima gonna call Madam. Tamara don't strike me as the type that's scared of Fatima or Madam. And why Fatima always gotta call Madam? She gonna call Madam. Fatima grown. She grown. Tamara, sis, she did the damn thing. I have nothing negative to say about what she did.
I don't have nothing negative to say about Tamara either, because y'all do know that Hayden is a hellion, right?
Right. Right.
That's like y'all feeling bad for the person who drive the bus that hit Gary tomorrow. I don't. Dark or not, I don't give a shit. What needs to happen has happening. Huh?
Somebody finna get hit.
I hope Gary gets hit by a buzz. At this point, I just need to start trying to manifest and call things into existence because Tyler Perry's
Girl,
protecting that man.
Erica. Why I thought you saw why I thought you saw something. I'm like, did he get hit for real? Oh Lord. That was funny.
We can only hope.
That was funny. That was funny.
Aaron is a man of many faces. And honestly, like, real quick, just go back to the perfectionist conversation. It's not a bad thing. Like, Aaron presented to be perfect. Fatima presented to be perfect. And they're not. We know that they're not. But it just is what it is. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. You were just saying that you had a problem with Karen calling him on it.
I didn't like how she did it.
But that's also your baby, so we're gonna have to go ahead and chalk up your bias too.
If it would have been more context, with, I guess that's what's missing from. And I understand we don't get a lot of that with the dialogue on this show. Like I do understand that. But you presented yourself like you were so perfect, and I'm like, but in what way for you? Like, what are you
in
most
every way? And honestly, it's really just really shitty timing. It's really shitty timing that he couldn't keep his hoes in order because he finally got Karen where he wanted her. And she was at her most like open for him. And then that happens and she gets into a fire. So it's like really shitty timing in all honesty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If y'all want some nuance and dialogue and whatnot, though, I got some suggestions because Apple TV is not missing, and I'm just like stressed by how much stuff I'm watching right now on Apple TV.
So what happened with this kiss? It was a kiss on the cheek. We don't know. That's all it was. But we not gonna act like ZAC didn't like take a hold of her. You saw how he grabbed her.
I didn't see shit.
Karen, I just want you to know. I said, "Oh, don't grab me like that."
ZAC keep telling her he want her to know some stuff. She know.
You know.
They are stressing me
That's what she said.
out.
You ain't got to
This
say
so
nothing. You ain't got
messy.
to say nothing.
It's so messy.
Yeah. But I like it. I'm so loving it. And the fact that Fatima was there with that manila, I'm like, why you standing outside your car with a folder in your hand?
But
Like
somebody
what you
said that they
catching him
think that
for?
that's the papers for Michael. Maybe she talked to Andi and got the papers for Michael.
But why you there?
Why are you
I mean, like, I want him to get
there? To
custody of
catch
Michael.
him doing something that she knew he was going to do because he over here talking to her in the in love voice.
Yes. In the love voice. Uh-huh. Fatima, baby, I'm mad you at this salon. I'm mad you at this salon, sis. I'm so mad at you at this salon.
Fatima should be embarrassed, honestly, at this point. She really should just be embarrassed.
She should be definitely embarrassed. Why are you there?
But
Girl,
I
somebody
get
told
it. It
me,
be like that sometimes. I don't know if it be like that for 6 weeks of penis, but it be like that.
in my comments, she's his fiance. She has every right to be. I think, maybe you right, sis. Maybe you right. But what you there for? What do you need to see that you haven't already seen? What do you need to see?
She need triple confirmation.
You need to
Not you
hear
going back to the
him.
scene of the crime where you felt betrayed and abandoned, only to feel betrayed and abandoned again to make sure that you
Yet
felt it right
again.
the first time.
Yet again. Yeah. What you want?
Oh.
It's just sad. You're going down, Fatima. You're going down, sis. You're going down.
Yo, City Girls is down 1,000. I don't even know what to say. I feel so bad for Fatima. I really can't. I did not. This was not on my bingo card. Like, Fatima taking this big of an L was not on my bingo card because I felt like that was Tyler Perry's like favorite Precious character, and he would never. But the hell that he has put this girl through, baby, nobody is safe, I guess. Not ZAC grabs Karen's waist. Y'all are messy. Honestly, Allie, like, I'm here for it. It makes for great TV, but I'm low-key not here for it. I be so, like, secondhand anxious and awkward now watching this stuff because it's so messy. That's all that goes through my mind. It's like, this is just so messy.
It's a good messy, too. Because one of the things that I feel so vindicated watching this happen to Fatima because, as you said, going back to what you said of how she was presented, but it was the fact that I think Fatima really thought she was different.
She did. She really thought
she was different when in that one scene where her and ZAC got into it, and he was like, I'm not gonna be waiting for you if you leave, and she was like, oh, you not? Because you thought when you came home, you thought ZAC was gonna be sitting down on that couch crying, whining for you, but you heard him telling his ex that he loved her in his "I'm in love with you" voice. That's what you heard when you came in the house. And I loved it. I just loved it because I'm like, and I think one of the things is it's this fandom. Like I have definitely enjoyed Aaron, and I would definitely choose him over ZAC any day. But for me, I've never exhausted him to a point to where it's like he can't do no wrong. Mm-hmm. When you look at this fandom across Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Fatima is the favorite character. Like that is not an issue. But Fatima is never held accountable. Fatima can't do no wrong. It's amazing how so many people feel bad for Fatima, but could never muster up an ounce of sympathy for Karen. Everything that happens in ZAC and Fatima's world automatically is Karen's fault. Somebody was like, I want Karen to go sit down somewhere. I know where she supposed to go.
Because he keep coming to her street. Yo, and it's been so, like, I've been getting so many comments lately. I'm like, what the hell has happened? Because I keep getting so many, Karen just need to leave them alone. Karen need to go sit down somewhere. Y'all, we have spent the tail end of season 5 and the beginning of season 6 with Karen not going after ZAC at all. And y'all still crying about it.
She wasn't doing nothing. No,
Naya
Angie.
Naya said that ZAC and Karen scenes got crack in them. That's why I'm shaking every time we watch it.
Baby, they so good. They so good. They so good.
Now I got
I
crackers
love
on.
it. And the people coming under my comments. I just don't see the chemistry between Karen and Zach. Well, baby, I feel bad for you. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and make you an appointment
Make you an
for the
appointment,
hairdresser.
babes, because it's
Make
giving
an
Ray
appointment.
Charles. It's giving Ray Charles,
And
honey.
and that's another thing with this fandom. People believe that
Oh wait, it froze for me. Hold on. Allie, you froze, babe. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what happened. We gonna get Allie back in just a second. People believe that. That's what she was making that point. People believe that. Be right back.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I don't know what happened.
I have no idea. You just like people believe that, and it just stopped. Do
Lord,
you remember your point?
girl, don't even know. We could go on. We could where we want to go, Nick. I don't remember, child.
We were talking about damn, where the hell what the hell were we
I
talking
know we
about?
were talking about Karen and like how the
Oh, people in your
fandom just.
comment section, um the Fatima fall from grace. People believe all I remember is that the last thing that you said was people believe that you was about to go in on a fire ass point.
Oh, I think I remember now.
Okay,
I think I remember
I'm
now.
about to patch it back in.
Okay,
All right, y'all, we got her back.
sorry, y'all. Spectrum. It's Spectrum. But what I was saying was, I believe that people feel justified in how they feel about Karen because they just don't like
Mm.
her character because they feel that she has presented certain obstacles for Fatima and Zach. And I'm not saying that she isn't an obstacle, but I believe that a lot of that has to do with Zach's undealt with emotions and feelings concerning her. He hasn't been completely honest with Fatima concerning his emotional state with Karen. That's how I feel about that.
And points were made, y'all. Points were made.
But
It's so interesting to see people double and triple down in their hate for Karen and them coming and like Karen needs to let go and stay away and do this and do that, and I'm just like, so we've literally seen mirror situations happen, and if Zach and Fatima break up again, and she's still popping up or she's doing certain things, are we gonna tell Fatima the same thing? I just want to know.
I want to too. I want to know too. I really do. I really do. Child, who knows?
Because at this point, y'all got the passive. Oh, that's his fiance, so it makes sense for her to pop up at the salon. That's his fiance, so da 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 da. That woman is in love with that man. The same way that Karen has been in love with that damn man.
Baby,
And
she gone.
after
She
6
gone.
weeks, I don't know. I'm gonna
You
need Tyler Perry to like tip me off to when I can start taking Fatima seriously again. Because after she said that was his in love voice, I know his voices. I said, all right, you are not being for real. Fatima is so unserious right now, and I will not take her seriously until she decides to be serious.
She's very unserious. And my whole thing is how you finna tell her best friend that I heard my fiance, my man, talk to your best friend in his I love you voice and I got to process it. What the hell you got to process? What are you processing? Like that's why I have to laugh. Because what are you processing right now?
And you know what? Aside from Andi just dropping the ball when it comes to the Fatima conversation, I feel like I could respect her more and really say like, "Oh, you really being both these girls' friends?" Because the same way that you tell Karen that ZAC is in love with Fatima, are you gonna tell Fatima that ZAC is actually still in love with Karen? Are you gonna tell her that?
You better
Are
speak
you
the
gonna
truth.
tell her it was something to his excitement for this? And no, that might not mean that they need to be together or that he wants to be together, but he might need time to figure it out. This might not be the best time to shun him if you actually want to keep him, because he might be tiptoeing, dancing in a puddle of past feelings brought on by her death scare. Are we gonna tell her that as her friend? Is that your friend?
No. Because this is what perplexes me. This is what perplexes me. Just 5 weeks ago, since we using Tyler Perry time, just 5 weeks ago, Andi read ZAC for filth. I mean, that's probably the most honest I have ever seen Andi in this series.
And the most right
She was
that she's ever been.
Yes, she was brutally honest with him. She talked about how his love for Karen, how he is searching for his mother in Karen, how there are certain things that he needs and he expects her to do that he's not gonna get it from. I mean, she was so good. I'm like, you were so good. You know for a fact that ZAC is still in love with your best friend. You know this. And even if you had any doubt, the way that you saw him interact with you when he told you where he was going, I'm going to help her. Like, nothing about Fatima's emotional state caused ZAC to shift what he said he was going to do. Nothing about what Andi was saying, like, ZAC, why are you doing this? Why he's doing. I think that's the part that made me want to punch on her throat. It's the fact that you're not oblivious.
Mm-hmm.
You have no doubt. You have like no stretch of the imagination that this man is not in love with this woman. You know Karen is not in this by herself. Yet you gonna ask Fatima why she taking her ring off? Like that's the part about Andi that really disturbs me. So I agree with you. Like, are you gonna be that honest and vocal with Fatima? If she does that, my respect level for Andi will go up a lot because I don't expect her to do that. But if she does, I would really appreciate her character a lot more. I really would.
Yes. Fatima still got time to get out. She do, but it seems like she don't want to go.
She don't want to go. She don't want to leave.
I think that's everything from this little boring ass episode they decided to give us.
Do y'all have any questions? Because when I tell you this episode here was just not giving.
Mm-mm. I don't think it's going to be all that much longer in terms of how Fatima feels. I'm just hoping they don't send Karen back into the abyss with her wanting to be with Zach. That's the only thing I'm hoping for, too, at this point. If we finna lose Fatima to the streets, then by golly, Miss Molly, that's what just has to be done. But I refuse to let Karen return or sit back idly and watch.
Seeing it, we don't want it. We don't want it.
What if Fatima has an air tag on Zach's car? She got something in the damn car. But she knew that he was going to the salon anyway.
Somebody said, I didn't see that part. Was Andi acting like a dingbat like usual as per late? you know, if you're referring to her conversation with ZAC at the law firm, it was more so like she was asking him, why is he going to help Karen? Why is he going to the shop? And his whole thing was, it was your best friend. Like, I thought, and he kept reiterating the fact that we thought she was dead. We thought Karen died. Like, he kept, reiterating that point because it was like, even though I wish he would have said more, but that was enough for him to to do his due diligence, to do whatever he needed to help Karen. And Andi was really acting like she could not understand that. She was trying to tell him, like, how do you think your fiance feels? And Zach was like, how does she feel? Because, Fatima hasn't talked to him, so he doesn't know how she felt about the whole situation. And, of course, Fatima told Andi that, she felt abandoned and, he just left her there. And me and Erica talked about it earlier. Erica was like, as if she was stranded somewhere. You weren't desolate. You weren't in the desert. You were not you were at work.
It was not Fatima's in the fire at the law firm and Karen's in the fire at the salon. I'm going to go save Karen. You would have a leg to stand on if that was the case. That was just not the case.
At all. At all.
Oh, we was talking about, Nzinga said we was talking about the fandom.
How's the fandom? And I have been commenting more than I have in probably the past 6 months on Facebook. The fandom truly concerns me.
These people are not
I have never look at, I like to engage and stuff like that at times, but it's just so interesting. Half the time I just read them, but it's so interesting because I'm like, Karen gets blamed for everything. Karen gets blamed for everything.
Karen woke up this morning, didn't she?
It's Karen's fault. I know Karen hang with Native Americans and she got outside and did the rain dance. That's why it's raining. Like, and I appreciate you guys that's in the chat now that do watch my videos and comment, because for the most part you guys give really great comments and we can engage in conversation. But you do have those people who come on, like I said last, Zatima forever. I don't like Karen. Karen need to go sit down somewhere. And I'm like, I don't even know what the hell you talking about, because there's no context to your comments. There's nothing. Like, one girl was like, and I think, Erica, you had the same comment. I have this all the time. I can't stand Karen. And I told one girl, I said, Karen can't stand you either.
I said, get well soon.
You said get well soon. You told the girl, get well soon. It's like, what are we supposed to do with that? And my whole thing is this. People love to say, y'all just want people to agree with y'all. No, I don't want people to just agree with me. But if you do disagree, can you please tell me why?
That part.
Just so tell me why.
To talk about Fatima forever.
Yes.
Okay.
But just tell me why you disagree. If you don't like Karen, okay, I don't like Karen because blah, blah, blah. There's a young lady who just love to say, I don't like Karen, I like Fatima. And I'm like, what am I supposed? Okay. You Fatima too. Like, I don't understand. Like, what are you saying to me? Like, that's and the fandom is just so ridiculous. And when I tell y'all, my girl Jackie, so somebody commented on one of my videos asking about this baby bump. And I tried to get a lady grace because I'm like, maybe she just don't know. So I explained.
Had no more grace on Erica Vane TV for the damn baby bump. You bring it up, you getting ether.
I'm with you. That was my last and grace extended. Baby bump question is, but I'm not answering. I'm gonna ignore. So I'm going to ignore. Because at this point in time, there is no reason for us to discuss during baby. But we know. We not even going to go there.
Period.
We know.
No, this fandom is wild. I definitely told the girl get well soon because she said I don't like Karen.
I laugh.
Or
when you send me that, I laugh.
Like, because y'all, it just, that's just it. And there are places for you to just engage in the hate talk and rhetoric and spill all of your negative emotions and have that cathartic release and just sit around and talk about what you hate so bad. But we over here having progressive ass conversations that help us examine ourselves and others. And honestly, y'all are leaving it up to my own devices when you do come and you just say, I hate Karen. I'm sick of Karen. I'm so tired of Karen.
Yeah.
Because all I'm reading when I see that now is Karen stole her man back from you. Karen cut you off in traffic, maybe Karen look better than you at your job. Like that's the story I'm telling myself. So every time one of y'all post those comments, I'm like, oh, Karen got the best of her and she mad about it. Be sick. You be all right.
I mean, I mean, I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Since you don't want to provide no
I
context, since you can't have an actual mature conversation about it, I'll go ahead and come out with a narrative. I got you. Karen took her man back from you. You thought you had him. You thought you had him. And he got drunk and said that he will never love nobody but her. It's okay. You could be sad about it, boo. You could be sad.
You could be sad. You could be sad about it. It happened.
They don't like any woman in Zach's face but Fatima. And even that. And it's Zach. Like, why y'all not going as hard for Aaron? I'm curious.
Let me tell you why, because Tyler pissed me off. This Tyler Perry fault. In the Sisters universe, I'm in Fatima. And I think I've said this before in one of my reviews. Don't get me wrong, DeVal is fine as hell, okay? He's fine. So therefore, Zach is fine. But I don't believe every woman that comes into Zach's presence want to have sex with him. Or just can't. Because if I was to see a man like that, I'd be like, oh, like, yeah, he's good looking. But there would be nothing about him that would make me like, oh my God, girl. Oh, yeah, I got. Like, it ain't nobody that deep for me. Maybe one or two people, but not him. And
not him.
I find it. Not him. And I find it very, like, disturbing that Zach's character, because it goes to show, I feel like he's just like a sex tool. Like, every woman he encounters want to have sex. Like, that's crazy to me. That is absolutely nuts. And it's like, that's all you have to offer is your sex, because maybe that's all people want you for. And I just hate that that's the narrative for him. We've seen it with Connie. We've seen it with Deja. We've seen it with, I can't even remember her name right now, but the real estate woman. Then you come over here to Sisters. The situation, even the little nasty stuff with Danny spying on him while he was naked. Then now, you're with Fatima, the chick he worked with. And then this other woman who he cheated with. Then we got Heather. It's like, for real? Come on now.
And then also, people's batshit crazy for him also co-signs the narrative indirectly about that's all it takes for women, and y'all don't actually need no intellectual conversation, no emotional support, nothing but penis. Do y'all realize that that's what y'all co-signing in these comments when y'all going so hard for Zachary Taylor? He brings strong penis and good looks to the table, and that's it right now. And y'all are going so hard. Want better for yourself, baby.
Please. Yes, hope for me. I forgot. Even the congressman's wife.
Oh my God.
Wanted a piece of that meat. I'm like, come on, the old white lady. Come on now. Come on, Tyler. Come on now.
She just has to have it.
She just had to have it. Oh, I know you're good. You're young and strong.
I can't. I cannot.
I'm done. I'm done with this. I am done with this foolishness here.
It's hilarious. Bryce,
let's not forget the man. Bryce, was it his name? His name Bryce?
Yeah, Bryce. Yeah.
Bryce wanted him. I said, what the? Belinda? Hell, they keep coming up. The numbers are racking up. Everybody wants some of Zach.
Everybody wants some of Zach. Why don't nobody want no piece of Aaron? Even though now I'm starting to get a bunch of comments. Are you getting this in your comment section about Aaron and Pam?
Yes.
I just been ignoring it, but I'm like, do I make a video? Like,
I haven't addressed it.
What do y'all want to talk? I get it's Tyler Perry, but also now.
Yeah.
Vaughn says, love trolling the Karen haters. I'm getting very good at it.
Yeah.
There's nothing to Aaron and Pam for me. Like, y'all got a little bit too excited in seeing their interaction and him trying to apologize to her.
And unlike Andi, Pam is a true ride or die for Karen. I will give her that.
Mm-hmm.
Pam ain't finna do, like, she think Aaron is fine. We know that. But as far as, like, taking it to a level to that extreme, no. No. We need to watch out. It will be Danny's ass if any of them is going to do something.
But no,
it will be Danny.
I think that would turn Danny off about him was the preacher part.
I don't know because you remember how Danny looked at him when they caught him and Karen having sex.
Mm-hmm.
She saw everything. So I ain't gonna lie. If I was Danny, I mean, if I saw a man that looked like that, he was a preacher. I may have to repent. I may have to repent. Lord,
I
I know.
cannot with you.
Let me stop. Let me
I
stop.
cannot. What
Let
about
me
Zach
stop.
trying to stunt on Aaron? He's like, wasn't on that broke up bike. Was he on that broke up bike 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I actually have a video coming about Zach and Aaron because to me this is very much so a curious case of why. And honestly, I feel like I'm not in my depth to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it because I want to. Whatever's going on with this male ego is beyond me. Like
Yes.
it is truly beyond me because
Yes.
that you have everything that you could possibly want, especially if you don't want Karen back now. You know that she loves you. You know she's giving you attention. You do not have to do all that you're doing, and you just consistently keep doing the most when it comes to Aaron. And I just cannot figure out for the life of me why, aside from male ego.
Male ego. Because as you see how his face lit up when Karen was like, Aaron, can you give us a minute?
Right, and
I said, oh, not Zach with this smile on his face.
not with this. Like you did not just win something, sir. Go sit your ass down.
He a little too excited for somebody. If he does not want Karen, he is loving the attention that he's giving,
Yeah, he
that he's
is.
getting.
He is.
He's loving it, baby. I said, nah. You have everything you want, but do you? Do you have everything? And I think that is a people are quick to dismiss the fact. Like I don't believe we're gonna see in this season, like a Zach and Karen reunion in the sense of them being
Mm-hmm.
together. But I think that Zach has definitely been sparked with the thoughts because when he told Karen,
Mm-hmm.
like it just had me thinking, like it just had me thinking. I said, "What you think about, bro? Think about what? You're thinking about getting that old thing back. That's what you're thinking about. Like
Mm-hmm.
it made you think. It made yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And with that said, y'all, I think it's great space and time to call it a night. Thank y'all so much for joining us live, for y'all insightful and hilarious shots fired in
Yes.
most cases in the chat. Y'all have been amazing. Shout out to us because I feel like us talking about the content tonight was way more interesting than even watching it.
Baby. It was hard. It was hard. I was like, what we finna it wasn't much yes, I enjoyed this. Enjoyed the comments are so hilarious. And thank you guys for rocking with us because it'd be late a lot of times when we get off and it'd be like still like 100 people on here. So yeah, y'all the real MVPs.
For
Y'all
real,
are the
for
real MVP.
real. Allie dropped a video today talking about Aaron and Karen, right?
I talked about Aaron and Karen, and before we get off, let me let y'all know what I'm gonna be, what some things coming up for me. So I have Discord now. I had it a while ago, and even though I think Erica privately, just letting the public like we do interact other than this.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at her Discord, and I was like, I had Discord about 2 years ago, and I stopped doing it. But I've gotten it back, and I'm going to release the invite on Friday so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm coming up with this series called Back Down Memory Lane, where I'm going to be discussing Moesha, the Parkers, girlfriends, parenthood, like how these shows impacted my life in specific episodes that really illuminated a certain thought process for me or shifted the way I thought about certain things. So that's going to really be good. I do have some videos. This guy sent me 3 old clips of sisters, and he was like, how do you feel about these things now? And I said, we on the same wavelength because I'm going to be doing like a ode to the past, and sometimes I do not go back and watch old episodes of sisters only when I need like certain pictures or whatever. But if what is happening is forcing me to listen to my old reviews, and I'm
Mm.
seeing how I felt then and how I feel now about certain scenes, and I can say that my attitude has changed a lot about certain moments in the sisters universe. And it was something that you said, Erica, earlier. And one thing I had to really grasp for myself when Karen was going through her thing with Zach, it was very hard for me to extend a lot of grace to that character. One, because I was going through things in my personal life. I was dealing with something with a friend of mine who was going through something, and I was frustrated. And
Mm.
it's amazing how my frustration, you can hear it in my reviews with certain things, but my mind has shifted so much. So I'm gonna call it a journey to the past, which is an ode to Aaliyah and the Anastasia soundtrack, that song she did. And so it's gonna be just me going back and reviewing specific scenes, not episodes, but scenes in Sisters, and talking about how I felt at that moment, what was going on with me, and how I feel about the things now and what's going on with me now. So that's going to be something I'm going to be doing for my channel, just trying to diversify it. And it's so great connecting with Erica. And I do encourage anybody, if you do YouTube or whatever you do, just connecting with somebody who have like the same mindset as you about your personal life, your professional life, and the things that you want to do. Because when God truly connect people, you don't know why, you don't know the totality of it all, but it really is for your benefit and your growth. So I'm really thankful for this opportunity that we do have to come together to do this. Our sisters keep on the different platforms, and just the community that we've been able to create by doing this. So just want to tell everybody what I'm doing, and I'm
Yes.
truly grateful and appreciative of that.
Yes. Go and follow at Allie Nick Official on Twitter. However long Twitter is up, because Lord help us. Instagram and on YouTube. I'm excited for her Back Down Memory Lane series. She's been super excited about it and planning for it, and has some really dope insights to share. So join me over there, subscribing to her channel, but then also checking out all the new dope content that she is releasing. Really, really great perspective, as y'all can tell, because we just sit here and we can go for hours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alrighty. We will see y'all again next week for
All
another
right,
Our Sisters
y'all.
Keeper.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Bye bye.